All I had to do was chill. All I had to do was chill. The work was gonna get done by everybody else. All I had to do was chill. I ain't had to say a word. I've been sitting here shuffling cards, being patient, and chilling. The work was done. The work is done. And as long as the work was done, all I had to do was sit back and wait. I'm like, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, they gonna do their job. Your boy Cino ain't gotta say nothing. I'm gonna sit back and relax, and I'm gonna pop this video out. The date, 12/9/2020. I'm gonna put this video out tomorrow, and I'll put it out for one reason. A day late, because I want all the people to get aboard and ride out. And the reason why I want them to do so is people are blowing my phone up today. I want them to do this for a reason. I want them to get all this Errol Spence suspense out of their system. I want y'all to get it all out without me saying another word. I felt I said enough. Even to Errol, who don't seem to get it. Now, it's not for him to get, because he know what I know. He isn't ready for Bud Crawford. And if you put this guy in front of Errol, it's all over. I mean, you put this type of Errol in front of Bud, it's all over. Now, Errol Spence went on his Twitter and said he's going to go back to his old strength and conditioning coach and get himself back in shape. He's not doing it himself no more. He going back to his old strength and conditioning coach. He finna get a nutritionist to keep his weight down. And he finna go get his strength and conditioning coach. Now, if somebody looked as spectacular as y'all said he looked, why would they be doing that? See, I just waited. Just waited. Just want y'all to get it all out your system. I just waited. There's a reason. Because Terrence Crawford saw it. I saw it. Everybody else saw it. I saw he was beatable before that. Very beatable. But now, it was so much rust in the fight that another fighter could come in and do some more damage. Danny Garcia looked better than what people thought he was going to look. But Danny knew he was beaten. And he was beaten by somebody who had size and skill. And Danny wasn't going to do the things he needed to do in order to win. And that was to sell out. He was more concerned on putting up a decent enough showing so that he can get, another mega pay-per-view bout and all this stuff. And Danny's just not a welterweight. He's just not. This is where the money is, but he's really a fighter at 140. But he probably can't make 140 no more. So he's a man without a division. Now, when it comes to Errol is not ready. Y'all want to see the fight right away because, man, I just want to see it. And it's cool. I get it. But if you put Errol in there now, Errol is going to go to sleep. Errol know he going to sleep. Errol doesn't want it right now. He know he's not ready. And he's not gonna tell you he's not ready, but he's not ready. You put him in there with Terrence, he's going to sleep. The Errol that fought last night, that guy can't beat Terrence Crawford. It's not gonna happen. So y'all can wish on a star all you want. It's not gonna happen. Now, here's the rest of the news. All y'all keep blaming Terrence Crawford for the fight not happening. All right? The fight could have been happened. It could have been happened. You know who ain't answering no calls? Al Heyman. Big Al. Big Al ain't trying to make that fight. And why isn't he? What does Al Heyman have to gain? What does Al Heyman have to gain by putting Errol in there with Terrence? He's going to put Errol in with every fight he can in the PBC roster. You might see Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman before you see that fight with Terrence Crawford. They're playing a long game. They want to wait Terrence out. They want to wait him out for a reason. And the reason they want to wait him out is because they say Top Rank can't keep Terrence busy enough. They won't be able to keep paying him. So he's going to eventually have to come to PBC. And we'll get him for the low. Are they stupid? And they want to keep all the money in-house and cut Top Rank out. I understand the business move, but they playing with y'all. Y'all the one pay the money for this. Y'all are the fans. Y'all are the ones that dictate this. While Terrence Crawford finna fight Manny Pacquiao, they trying to find a way to come in and weasel the Pacquiao fight away from Terrence Crawford, which isn't going to happen. Terrence is going to fight Manny Pacquiao. And after Pacquiao, they are looking for Spence. All next year. Now, everything Errol has said, he's backtracked after the post fight. All the stuff he was talking beforehand. Terrence Crawford shows up to watch the fight. I don't know what he doing here. I don't care nothing about no Terrence Crawford, man. What you mean you don't care nothing about Terrence Crawford? You should. I don't get it. Why wouldn't you care? That's the guy you talking about you want to fight. You feel he's the second best guy in the division. Talking about Terrence ain't got a belt. And 147, he got a belt. He's really the lineal champion. Because when Floyd left the division, Manny Pacquiao became that guy. Then Pacquiao lost to the guy from Australia. And then he came through and waxed that guy out. got the belt and start going through the whole table. My thing is, why Errol ain't fighting those guys? Bud fighting welterweights. You fighting blown up 140s. What's going on? Blown up 135s. What's happening? Chris Algieri, Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia. What's going on, man? Talk to me, Errol. I thought you were the welterweight champion. You are welterweight, right? I know what y'all gonna say. Yeah, you hating on Errol now. No, but you can't have it both ways, fellas. I told you. I told you. I am glad that the man is alive for surviving what he did. He put himself in that situation. But I'm glad he gets a second chance at life. And he have all his faculties, and to be able to come back to be able to do what he's doing, that's a blessing from God. So I don't overlook that. But I can't just use that as his bailout card every time something he does not equal what he should be doing. If he's going in a square circle, I got to treat him like a fighter. You know, the same thing he was supposed to be before the accident, we got to treat him like a fighter. So I got to treat Errol as a fighter. Now, as a fighter, I got to call BS when I see it. And I don't want to hear that. I know the excuse y'all going to come with. Man, you can't be him, man. That dude survived. Y'all follow the sob stories in the promotional piece, the 24/7s. Y'all can go down the storyline with the car flipping all over. I thought that was tacky for the promotion, by the way. I thought that was tacky of Fox. Showing the car flipping over and over, showing him in the hospital bed and all that. I thought that was tacky. Keep to use that as the engine to sell the fight. I think that's just tacky. But there were people that didn't even know that happened, though. That's how much unknown they are right now. Now, ooh, the King of Diamonds. That's me, baby. Mm. Now, let's get to some more news. Since PBC is only caring about PBC, y'all tell me what PBC fighter is worth the damn. Let's talk about that. That seems to be a bigger puzzle than anything. What PBC fighter is worth something? Hmm? I'm serious. What PBC fighter is worth something? And I'm having a very hard time penciling in a PBC fighter that's worth something. I saw Errol Spence. I saw Sean Porter, who's basically a garage alley fighter, actually box a little bit. It has some success, but he's another oversized 154 fighter sweating down to welterweight to fight. Then you have another situation brewing. You got who else is there? Ugas. Ugas is he can fight. Then you got Figueroa, Omar Figueroa, a guy who's basically nothing at welterweight. He's just an oversized guy who can't really beat anybody at the welterweight division. He's good at 140, but he eats himself out of the division. His brother has surpassed him as being a better fighter. So I don't consider Figueroa a threat. He's somebody they got as food to feed to somebody like Errol Spence. Um, who else? My gosh, it's nothing. I remember Adrian Broner, Keith Thurman. Pacquiao destroyed these dudes. He went through them like they were wet tissue. And you know why he did? It's because of who they are. They're nothing. They're show ponies. They good on the microphone. They talk. They do all the talking so Manny don't have to. And then they sell the fight and they get in the ring and Manny Pacquiao just like, okay, these guys ain't Mayweather. These guys is paper mache. So Errol is probably the best fighter in the whole PBC umbrella. To be honest. Like that's it. Like they're not fighting any real talent. And it is what it is. Chris Algieri went into the fight with Errol Spence. He was injured. They talked him out of his injury by writing him a check he couldn't refuse. He was paid more than Errol Spence for that fight. So it wasn't going to help him. If he was 100%, it wasn't going to save him anyway. But he couldn't turn down that fight. And it was a fight to make Errol look like he was a destructor. And it's funny because people use Chris Algieri's name when they try to big up Errol Spence, and I just laugh, man. He beat Chris Algieri. I just crack. I crack up. Chris Algieri is a former kickboxer. He's a nutritionist. He's a strength and conditioning coach. That's what he's doing now. I don't even think he's still fighting. But he transitioned into boxing. And they gave him a fight that he didn't win. He was looking good in it early, but this is a guy with basic boxing. Came from kickboxing. He's not he's not a real champion. They put him in the ring with Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao dropped him like 5, 6 times in the fight. It was terrible. They gave him the victory over Provodnikov and got the belt away from him because Provodnikov was supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao. That was too dangerous of a fight to put Manny in. Chris Algieri is an easier fight for them. They don't want to mess up their Mayweather money. So Provodnikov is still in shock as to why he lost that fight to Chris Algieri. But it was all politics. Now, I'm going to let all this hero talk die down. And I'm going to let this video rain through. Okay? Oh, every day they're going to have somebody up there. And the thing is, you're going to buy it. Errol Spence fights Keith Thurman, you're going to buy it. Keith Thurman ain't fought in 2 years, don't matter. Y'all going to buy it. Because they keep you on the hook. They keep y'all, man. Y'all, when they're not trying to make the fight, and I can tell when people are making the fight who want the fight and people who don't want the fight. Errol is going to do whatever Al Heyman tells him to do. And his whole reactions is going to tell you that. He's not afraid of the fight. But if Al say, we don't want the fight, don't talk about Terrence Crawford, guess what he's going to do? Not talk about the fight. So it is what it is. And I'm out. So hit the like button. I gotta go to Chris and Jenny's later. Hey, Troy's gonna go live on his football game. Probably come on and play some Man Eater on PS5. I finally got done with Spider-Man last week, so now I moved on to Man Eater. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there. Hit the like button, subscribe to the page. You want to donate to the page, hit the Cash App up. Carcino's the name on the Cash App. God bless.